Oh boy, don't we have a treat? Now, this is something I don't think anybody wants to miss. Um, Truly, because it's something very spectacular. And it is something that is only recently just come to light. It's only recently just come to light. And it's, you know, so rare to see. I am Speed. You sure are, buddy. You sure are. We're just waiting to see how many people come in because we have got something very interesting to deep dive into. And I think you guys will all want to hear it because it is something very unique and very special. And it's not something that many people know about, and it's the first time being documented in terms of evidence. Yo, what's good? So we're just waiting for more people to come through because I got some yellow. What's yellow? And we are talking about killer whales. I'm back. I know you're back, and I appreciate that you're back. It's calm. I didn't see you in the live stream when you went live. But what is yellow, bro? What's yellow? But I know all of you. It's hello, but like, yeah. Ah, fair, fair, fair. Now. I see, I see, I see. So we are going to be talking about killer whales, but we are going to be talking about them in a very unique way. And you're probably going to be wondering, what the hell is that? Why is this orca looking like it's approaching, and why this orca is even this close to somebody? And ironically enough, it is the first time it's being filmed. Like literally the first time. No, this is an orca known as a killer whale. They are highly intelligent, and breaking news has already evolved. So orcas have already demonstrated that they like to offer humans food. Now, there has been 34 cases of orcas in the wild giving humans, pieces of meat. So like dead birds to dead rays, dead turtles, dead, whatever. Orcas are incredibly fast, but this is more groundbreaking. This is absolutely groundbreaking because this is the first time in history that we have document proof that orcas do offer humans food. But why do they offer humans, these gifts of, dead birds, dead turtles, dead, stingrays, all different stuff? And ironically enough, it is believed that because of how intelligent orcas are and how, evolved they are, it's a little bit different than that. It's a little bit different. I mean, yes, it is considered to be kind. It's like how, how us humans. You're out of here, buddy. You are out because we are not having that behavior. Adios. So as I say, orcas have been known to, to share food, like how humans have evolved to, gift food to others. So if you're out on a night out and your friend buys your food, nice gesture. It is considered to be believed that orcas show, yo, what's good? It's, a way of orcas trying to see what humans would do in the environment of, if an orca was to give food, what would that human do? They wait for humans to react. In most cases, given in the 34 cases that was ever recorded, hey, thank you so much. But in these unique scenarios of orcas giving humans food of their own, it's most cases, humans that accept the gift of the orcas, they will return it back because it's not something they want. And there's two things that orcas will do. So if a human rejects the gift, they will either depart it themselves, by meaning they'll eat the food themselves, or they will give it to the other pods. I'm doing really, really well. I'm just talking about orcas as they are very interesting, and it has been discovered that orcas, for the first time in document proof, in terms of video proof of an orca giving a human in the wild, a random human, a piece of food, and, it is believed that orcas are trying to understand who we are. Cool. Anyway, it is interesting how these guys, express their love to share their food, but it is not wise for humans to give orcas food. It's best to pretty much leave humans to be humans. And if an orca does give you a food, because it's been documented in different parts of the ocean, and fun fact, that is a fun fact, Cucumber. I like the fact that your name is Cucumber. That's quite funny. But yeah, it is groundbreaking evidence that orcas have been giving humans food. 34 document proof of orcas giving food. But the first time in history have we got it on video. But it's been advised that if an orca is giving you food, I wouldn't take the gift, and I definitely wouldn't offer the orca food. Because in a way, orcas, they are highly intelligent. They can cause harm just like humans can cause harm. So it is better to documentate that encounter of the orca giving you their food and savor that moment. Don't go tracing orcas and trying to interact by accepting their food and then you giving them food of yours. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a good suggestive idea. But it is quite intriguing, as scientists and researchers have been trying to understand what the dilemma. Do they bite? I mean, they do have a good bite force, yes, but they wouldn't. It's rare that an orca would actually go out the way to kill a human. They would possibly do it by mistake, by playing with that human, or you know what I mean? Like orcas, they're highly intelligent. They know what they're doing. They are the rulers. They eat sharks. They eat a lot of things. So they got good teeth on them. But they would not, theoretically, it's rare that there's ever been an attack in the wild of an orca. Orcas have been known to help humans through certain things, but ideally, in terms of food offering, no one knows where you. Yes, I was, but I didn't see you. But it is wise, on a serious note, to not go chasing orcas and trying to find out if they would give you food, because as much as these beasts are quite gentle around humans, does not mean you have to then go and gift them or send them gifts to see what would happen or anything like that. Yo, what is good? So for people that are just joined, welcome into my live stream. So we are talking about orcas and how orcas have already demonstrated in real life time. This is real evidence and real documentation. Fair enough. I hope that you're better, and I hope that you recover and all that other stuff. I really do wish nothing but the best. So as I was saying, hello, welcome in Cricket 487 News. How you doing? As I say, with orcas, it's been filmed for the very first time of an orca, which is a killer whale, giving a random human a piece of dead bird. And it is said to believe that orcas are either trying to build a bond with us or try and find out what our reactions would be. There is 34 documentations of orcas giving, killer whales, giving, humans Yep, I am from the UK. Giving, orcas giving humans, food such as sea turtles, rays, all that sort of stuff. But the thing is, a lot of humans that have had this interaction have basically turned the offer away. Not because of being nasty or spiteful, but because we don't understand what the next step would be if we were to actually theoretically take that and then, put it on our boats or anything like that. We don't know what the orcas' intentions are, but it's believed that their intentions are innocent, meaning that they would either want to, find out our reactions, because orcas, they wait for humans' reactions when, food is represented to them by these beautiful species. And most people have pushed the food away, and therefore the orca has either, digested the food or given it to the other sociable, pods. And not only that, it is also believed that orcas see us as maybe one of them. So orcas are trying to understand humans as a whole, as to what makes us react. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of interesting facts going into it. There's not much really in terms of what would happen next if you were to take the food that the orca has gifted you, but it is said to believe that it's better to leave it than it is to try and, accept the gift and then try and swim away, because again, orcas, we don't know what their next step is. It could be, if our reaction was to, they're not part of a shark, nope, they are a whale. Orcas are killer whales. They kill. They're killed. Killer whales. That is in their name. So you can either call them orcas, but when they're in a group, they're called a pod. But they are highly skilled. In hunting. They know how to take down seals, all sorts. No, they're not part of a shark. If they were part of a shark, their behavior would be vastly different. But because orcas have been known to be inquisitive and very much, very sociable creatures, they've been known to socialize with humans and other, things. So it'd be interesting to find out what makes these orcas give us food. If they think maybe they want to find out if we can become friends with them. If they see us as so, they are killer whales, right? Yep, they are killer whales, also known as orcas. So you can either call them orcas or killer whales because of how big they are and how intelligent they are. They have a very good IQ, and these guys are faster learners. They're not daft in any way. They are very highly intelligent, and it's interesting that we've had the documentation of this little bit of meat coming from him, because this killer whale gave this piece of meat to a random person and then decided to see what that person's reaction would be. And the fact that this person had actually documented this on video for the first time, unreal. It is absolutely stunning, it's beautiful, and it really shows that orcas are very inquisitive. They want to be, they want to see how us humans react. They want to see how humans react when they are gifted with food from killer whales. Are killer whales going to harm us if we were to accept the food? What do we do if there was a time where a person properly accepted the food? Would that turn into a vicious attack, or would that orca, be like, hey, you're one of us now, we accept you, ba-di-ba-di-ba. We don't know what really goes on in their minds. We know that they share food amongst their own family, because orcas, when they're in a group, they're called a pod, and they will often show, sharing food to one another killer whales that's in their family. So it could be the case of, if we accept food off them, would they accept us as one of them, or would it be more sinister than that? We don't know. So it's why it is highly advised to not accept the food and to not bring your own food to then go and feed them, because you don't know the behavior of what they would be doing if that was, sharing food with a wild animal that can, do a lot of damage, So it's advised to not do it, and it's highly just, advised that if you do see this behavior, documentate it, show it, and show the beautiful sides of orcas engaging with humans in a way that is not being seen on video before. And it'd be interesting to see how many orcas, react when they see a group of humans with, food being, gifted to them. Because obviously we all know that humans, and like with cats, when cats bring, a dead animal to your home, they're showing you signs of affection, and they're giving you a gift. Only cats, they generally see us as big cats, but killer whales, they know that humans are around us. They understand that we are different from them. So